For those of you under the age of 19 who are smart, sensible, have your own personal sense of style, and don't give in to peer pressure, moronic trends, and you don't say shit like lit hype and low-key, and stop putting so many ands in your goddamn run-on sentence, I have so much respect for you and wish you luck in your successful future. As for the rest of you, well, oh, the first period, which doesn't even work, but okay, we'll go with it. I heard Clorox is having a Black Friday sale, and it's low-key hella hype, way more lit than Supreme. You can buy a bottle for a low cost of $1,999, and they're unlimited edition. You can't say you respect smart people if you have a run-on sentence that is, I'm gonna count for you. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Oh, there's a period right there after 54 words, and like 3 ands in your huge ass list. Calm down, dude. It's okay. Me trying to act normal are my friends, but I start thinking about outer space and my own existence. You're the only one that does that, huh? I've never experienced that, ever. This isn't a nice guy. This is a nice guy post, not an I am very smart post, but you know what? It works. Tired of being the nice guy, quirky friend, or the patient pushover listener. Oh, I like that alliteration right there. I think that's what it's called. After spending 25 years in the friend zone, I am done. Are you like 30? No, you need to be like Jesus. I will kick whomever's ass. I see. I don't think that's a word, but we'll go with it. See, I am intelligent enough to know that usage. Okay. Okay. Used instead of whoever as the object of verb preparation. Alright. You know what? You got me. I didn't think it was a thing, but apparently it's a thing. It's just that literally no one uses it, and it's not really a part of English. I need to, if they aren't coward enough to meet my 6'3", 260-pound self in a weapon-free environment. And I am also absolutely done with the straight women that are hypocritically state they desire a real guy, yet their own actions continually hypocritically break down the rules and wishes. Oh man, I thought the last guy had a huge run-on sentence. That one, holy shit! It goes from here all the way down to here. No periods, no punctuation. Fuck, dude, you're so smart. I have been blessed enough to live in a first world environment. First world environment, you mean we live in the first world. That's much more succinct to it. So this is a first world manifest. What? First world manifest? First world manifest. I don't think you're using that correctly, but you are very smart. But any opposition to this post that comes at me with first world privilege under their belt is welcome to their opinion, and I am happy to retort and discuss. Or discuss. I keep misreading this. Jesus. I don't belong in this high prestige of society. My few friends whom live in second and third world countries, this is not at all directed at you in any way. Keep fighting the good fight. You're just assuming they're gonna take this personally. I mean, yeah, it's a stupid thing to complain about, but I'm pretty sure your second and third world friends don't give a shit, just the same as first world friends, right? It's not directed at them, even though you're not directing it at any first or second or third world. It's just at women, but yeah. You're not deep, you're not an intellectual, you're not an artist or a critic, you're not a poet, you just have internet access. It's just, see, this could come from one of the people who think they're really smart and want to put others down because they're smarter than them, or it can come from someone who's making fun of the people who think they're really smart, but they're acting really smart, which just puts them on like another layer of the I am very smart. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty deep. The disgusting part about taking AP World is that I recognize all those countries. Ah, yes, the horror of actually learning something truly disgusting. I think he's just looking for a way to brag about taking AP World. Hey, how's it? Wouldn't that be like the best part? Like, you know, you're passionate about the subject and you know all the things, but I mean, sure. Kids do not exist. I want to read this one. Human beings exist. Kids do not exist because we are all humans from the first day we exist to the last. I mean, you can just get rid of the to the last part, but, you know, we're not... I'm a stickler for these things, I'm sorry. Only after we die do we transcend outside of humanity. But in the here and now, we are humans, and there is no division in human enlightenment. So age cannot exist within this equation, because age creates a division in the system that has no division. Because of this contradiction, therefore age does not exist. And because kids is within the construct of age, that means that kids does not exist. Do not exist, not does. I think you're 12. Just call it a hunch. Being rude does not make you a better person. It only shows the true hatred in your heart. Free your mind. Okay, so I get this person's point. They structured it terribly, and their whole thing of age not existing and not being a dividing factor is stupid, because age is the dividing factor, but it's not necessarily age, it's more about experience. For example, the smartest guy who's ever existed, he learned, I think, 6 languages by the time he was 5. And you could argue that he had the experience of much older people and developed a maturity much faster than most people. But generally, you can use age as a measuring point for how much experience one has. And that is why age divides people, because experiences. But, you know, if you phrase if you take that into account and say that, like, you know, you have more experience than others, which I'm pretty sure you don't based on some grammatical errors and poor structure of your argument, but if you were, it'd be a pretty good point. I don't even have to be at my computer to play a game of League. I can simulate an entire 45-minute game just by closing my eyes. High IQ. I think this is just a troll, but I enjoy it nonetheless. What was the point of this comment exactly? I mean, I get it. You like their comment and feel happy you realize something incredible, mind-blowing, and you want to express that. I've had those times as well. Let's face it, it's a normal form of communication. But your inane comment simply adds nothing to the value of the conversation. What does this do? Does it make you feel old to be part of the team? Does it make you feel happy to say that you're following his thought patterns? Is this really what you want out of life? I think you can do better, son. That's why I'm going to use the parental approach and give you a down vote. Despite having an IQ of 160, I did not get into Harvard. I even submitted proof of being Mensa. How can I cope with this and move on with my life? It's a non-profit organization for a bunch of smart people. I don't think you get admitted into Harvard just by being really smart. Most colleges, they look for like grades and stuff like that, rather than raw intelligence, because if you don't have the work ethic, you're not gonna do shit. You can be the smartest man alive, but if you don't do shit, congratulations, you're like a dumbass. Like, makes no difference. Oh boy. I am the impatient, rescient mastermind, of which much of my perceived femininity is a pretense in order to fulfill my ulterior motive of covert world domination. Covert, my bad. Shut the hell up, I know what I'm doing. The nerd, the loner, the strategist. Contrary to popular belief, I do have feelings, just not for you. You can always count on my somewhat
acerbic.
Honestly, I drink puzzles and solve tea. The fuck does that mean? I scoff I scoff at chick flicks and cry at the latest technological advances. I prefer Scientific American to Cosmopolitan. And I find Richard Dawkins to be cuter than Brad Pitt. Now, who's cuter? Obviously Richard Dawkins, because Brad Pitt he's more masculine, right? He has that the little goatee. Whereas look at Richard Dawkins, look at his cheeks. A little rosy, he's got that little smirk. You know, he's someone you wouldn't want to go out with him for his looks, but you'd want to be around him. You know, he seems like a nice guy to be around. This guy, you know, you would just use him for his body. You know, he's not cute. If you know what I mean. No homo, but he ain't cute. Richard Dawkins? Now that's cute. Why intelligent people can't feel happiness. 6 reasons why highly intelligent people can't find happiness. This is the stupidest thing. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you can't be happy. Happiness is an emotion, and therefore it's malleable. You can control it to some extent. So it should be that because you're smarter, you should learn and adapt to control your emotions and to at least put yourself in a perpetual state of being content with bursts of happiness and bursts of sadness. Like, that's what life is, right? If you're sad all the time, that means you can't control your emotions. If you're happy all the time, same thing, you can't control your emotions. What you need to strive for is to be content. And if you're quote-unquote smart, but you can't find a way to be happy, you're just really stupid. It's a mindset. And this is coming from someone who has, like, major depression issues, and it's just like, that shit doesn't control you, you control it, and that's how you get out of it. But nah, smart people, they can't be happy. Rick said it in Rick and Morty, so it must be true. Because Rick and Morty is a very intelligent show. So smart. If you just came here to watch the subreddit video, I hope you had a good time. Maybe drop a like and a comment. You don't have to subscribe. I know you won't watch my other stuff. Don't worry about it. But if you did enjoy this, please leave a like so I know if this is good and people enjoy it. And if they don't, I'll fade back into obscurity and then upload like once a month more. Hope you guys have a nice day and or night, depending on when you're up, and I will see you next time.